welcome back to the second report from the David 67 Celtics news channel on Wednesday, the 6th of September. Just a quick update on the women's team who were in Champions League qualifier action earlier on this afternoon in Oslo, Norway. And also going to do a recap on the last couple of weeks of women's fixtures, and also a wee preview of their next couple of matches. Before we get going with this video, please like and subscribe. Whether you are a supporter of the women's team, the men's team, both teams, please do like and subscribe, and I will continue to try and do a weekly update of the women's games as a supplementary second video through the week. Due to a problem with the last couple of videos that covered the women's team, I have deleted those and decided to do a combined video today, summarising those couple of games, whilst also updating on today's Champions League qualifier result for the women's team. As I'm sure many of you have already found out via the BBC site or the Celtic site or other internet sites, Celtic women beat Brondby women 1-0 in the Champions League qualifier match in Oslo, and will now go on to play the winner of the Minsk v Vålerenga match, which is a little bit later this evening, and that final playoff will be on Saturday evening, again in Oslo. The winner of that game then has a two-legged playoff with one of the other teams coming through the league qualifiers pathway for the Women's Champions League. The winner of that future two-legged playoff, if Celtic women win on Saturday, then goes into the group stages against the bigger name, fully established women's teams from throughout Europe. Now, the game was quite a close game. Celtic had quite a number of chances throughout the game, with Loferski Loferski, Colette, Cavanagh and Jenny Smith all going very close in the first half, and Loferski again in the second half. And in both halves, Kelsey Daugherty, the American goalkeeper, made vital saves. However, in the 68th minute, after a corner into the box, Chloe Craig headed the ball back across to the captain, Kelly Clark, who scored what proved to be the winning goal. A few minutes later, Kelly Clark also managed to clear the ball off the line to keep the 1-0 victory. And Fran Alonso was able to make a number of substitutions, bring in fresh players, and Celtic comfortably held on to win 1-0. Key performances from Loferski and Kelsey Daugherty, and special mention for the captain, Kelly Clark, who was a key player in both boxes. The game on today was covered by Celtic TV and also covered by text on the BBC site. and I am sure the same will be the case for the game on Saturday evening when they play the winner of Minsk against Vålerenga. As I mentioned at the start of the video, due to problems with the last two videos regarding the women's team, I have had to take those two videos down and will replace those 2 weeks of videos with a quick summary today to go with the good news of the 1-0 win in the Champions League qualifier earlier on this afternoon. Celtic played at Dundee United at Celtic Park, at Excelsior Stadium, which is the women's home stadium, on the 27th of August, so 2 Sundays ago, winning the game 9-0, with 8 different players scoring and Natalie Ross scoring 2. The game was quite remarkable in that several of the younger players, Tyree Birchall, Amy Sharkey and Maria McInerney all scored, whilst also the experienced players such as Chloe Craig and Amy Gallagher and Kit Loferski and Colette Cavanagh all also scored as well. Game also marked the debut of the American goalkeeper Kelsey Daugherty, who comes with a very good reputation from previous spells in Scandinavian women's football and also college soccer and women's soccer leagues in America. And I think she takes Celtic back to having a very good goalkeeper, which was a position that they were a little bit weaker in since last season when they had Pam Toyonhar, the Mexican international goalkeeper, for the season. Then Sunday just passed, live on BBC Alba, Celtic women went to play against Hibs at Meadowbank in Edinburgh and won 4-2. Amy Gallagher scored a hat-trick and Colette Cavanagh scored the 4th goal. Hibs did score 2 goals, one of which was a rather soft penalty just before half-time, and it did require Kelsey Daugherty to make 2 or 3 very good saves. But in essence, Celtic remained pretty much on top all match, did not really look in major difficulties or risk of losing, and maintained their 100% victory record, and have now won 5 games out of 5 in the Scottish Women's Premier League, and continue to lead the division by 2 points from Glasgow City women and Glasgow Rangers women, who are both in second. The other thing that is very much in Celtic's favour is their goal difference is currently plus 31, which is massively more than the goal difference for Rangers and Glasgow City. And that may prove quite critical at the end of the season, as those who remember the end of last season, it was incredibly close and went down in essence to the last few seconds, where Glasgow City managed to hold on to beat Rangers, which negated Celtic's win that day. The women's team this year has been quite remarkable. They've been able to replace several very key players from last season, such as Jacinta, who went off to play in Portugal, Natasha Flint, who went back to play in the English Women's Premier League, moving from Leicester to Liverpool, and Pam de Jonhar went back to play in Mexico. However, Celtic have been able to replace those with quite a number of very good players. Amy Gallagher has become very much a superstar for the women's team, as has Kit Loferski, who came to the team at the end of last season, but was a little bit under par, but this season has been scoring goals right, left and centre, and creating goals and causing a lot of problems for defences with her pace and ability with the ball at her feet. So that just about brings us to the end of today's update video for the Celtics women's team. As yet, there are no highlights packages for me to cross-reference in the description part of this video, and from now on we'll not be doing any splicing in of highlights packages into the videos, but we'll cross-reference those when available in the description parts of these videos. So we'll update the women's team result in a brief video on Sunday morning after their game on Saturday evening, and we'll carry on doing daily videos of the Celtic men's team throughout the next 10 days of international break, leading up to our next home fixture against Dundee a week on Saturday. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Chat again tomorrow, and so for now, goodbye and hail hail.